G'day, my name's Chris and welcome to the Elusive Plants YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to extend your moss poles. As you can see, this Sharonii, Shaza, whatever you want to call it, has reached the top of its pole and very much needs to be extended. I would highly advise to not do this on a windy day like I am doing. It's already fallen off the table and a leaf is broken. I don't know if you can see that, but such is life, more will grow. I'm probably going to make a moss pole playlist on the YouTube channel, just because I feel like each one that I make is going to be a continuation of the previous one that I filmed. After this one, I'll probably do one on how to chop and then extend, because nobody really wants a 3-length pole. I've tried it once, not very stable, unrealistic, especially when you're trying to water the top of it. So let's just get right into it. I highly recommend repotting the plant first. You would like it to be ideally in a 200mm or a 20cm, same thing, pot, just so it's more stability, so therefore the pole is less likely to wobble, because God forbid it falls over, soil goes everywhere, leaves get broken, and it's just a mess. Nobody has a good time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then I'll come back. It's pretty much the exact same as when you're repotting a normal plant. You want to put a little bit of mix in the bottom of the pot first, and then just quite literally yank the pole out and stick it in like that. That's all you've got to do. This fell off the table, as I said before, so this is just a mess. That's why I want to get it over and done with now. Okay, so you've got your plant in your 200mm pot, 20cm pot, whatever you want to call it. Now there's more stability. Don't forget to water it in to sort of like solidify the soil, solidify the pole, gives it more stability. Right now I haven't done that. I will do it after the video because, you know, I'm trying to make a video here. So the next things that you will need are obviously another pole to extend. You're going to need some wire cutters, some pliers, and some, what are these things called? Cable ties. And obviously you'll also need some moss, and I recommend using a bamboo stake, so then you can help compact the moss down into the pole, because they do get quite tall. Also, I highly recommend using a garden stake. You can get these from Bunnings. They're about $8 or $9 each, which is a bit of a rip-off if you ask me, just because you can put them in the pot with the plant and it provides a lot of stability. It's very windy today. Don't do it on a windy day, trust me. Disaster is about to happen. You really also want to try and make sure that the pole is centered down into the middle of the pot. You can sort of do that if you look over the pole, over the pot, and just look around it a little bit to see if it's uneven. If it is, just like move it and then shake the pot at the same time, and it should stabilize it a bit more. So now, if you're going to be using a stake, otherwise you can use like a ceramic pot or something to add weight to the bottom of the pot. You just want to chuck this in the pot, pointy side down. Chuck that in the back of the pot where the plant isn't growing, to the best as what you can. So you can see the plant's growing up this side of the pole. This side it's not, so I'd put it on this side. You know, shove that in right to the bottom. Not too hard, because you don't want the bottom of the pot to break. And like I said, you don't want to be doing this on a windy day if you can avoid it, just because it makes it so much more harder. But then you want to sort of line up the pole to the older pole to the best you can. As you can see, there's the join. So I've just stuck it on top of each other. And then I've got 4 cable ties, and I'm just going to do them roughly on equal opposite sides around the pole. And to do that is quite difficult with one person, because you've got to hold the pole still. You've got to line up the cable tie without dropping it. Thank you, leaf that's broken. And then thread it through and use the pliers to pull it through the top. I hope you can see this, and my hand isn't blocking it, but I can't do it any other way. The pole falls sometimes, that's fine. This is a pain. It's all very hard to do it with one person. If you have someone else that can help, that'd be fantastic. But I'm trying to show you that it is possible to do this with one person. Thank God, that took forever. Sorry, you can't see anything, but like, maybe I'll try and do the other one facing the camera. Tighten that as tight as you can, so then hopefully it doesn't fall, but it still will. So now I always do the opposite side. I'll try and do it facing you. Also, don't put the cable ties in the wrong way. Trust me, you'll regret it. So this is hard backwards. So you want to put it through the bottom pole, so then it just reaches the second pole, if that makes sense. And then you want to get the pliers and pull it through. Get rid of them. Now try and do it up. So now you want to line it up. This is really hard, I'm sorry. And pull it tight. Halfway there, getting there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the other two. Okay, so that's all 4 done, as you can hopefully see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next thing you want to do is get 2 cable ties and then attach them to the green support pole by threading it through the holes in the moss pole and then tighten it. I always put one around the middle and then one right at the top. I don't feel the need to put one right at the bottom. It doesn't sort of do any benefit being right down there. And then I just go ahead and trim the excess off the cable ties. And then the final step is just to add the moss into the pole. I only ever go about halfway with the moss, just because moss is expensive. And then as I need it, I top it up. So I'll do like half of the pole at one time, if that makes sense. So right now I'll only fill it up to about there. And then once the plant reaches there, I'll fill it up the rest of the way. So as you can see, that's probably about halfway full. That's about as much as what I put in. So then you just want to go ahead and shake off all the excess moss that's caught on the leaves and stuff. But also you may have watched some other moss pole videos in your time where they put the moss in the pole before they roll the pole up. I don't like doing it that way because I feel like this way I have more control over how compact the moss gets. If the moss is too compact, it does stay wetter for longer, which can be a good thing, but it also means the roots sometimes struggle to root into the moss. It's too compact. But you also can have the opposite effect with doing it this way, where it's not compact enough, dries out way too quick. The roots won't attach to the moss because it can't reach the moss in the pole because there's air pockets in the pole. So always make sure that you're sort of compressing it down, but you don't want to like put too much force into it. But then once you've shaken all of the stuff off, you can then go ahead and just water the pole, make it all moist. And that's pretty much how you extend your moss poles. It's quite easy. Once you get into a routine of doing it, you'll smash through several at a time. But if you found this video informative or you learnt any new tricks or tips, then definitely hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Apparently hitting the like button helps people. I don't know. That's just what I've heard through the grapevine. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on what sort of videos you'd like me to make, if you need any more tips or tricks, I don't know everything, but I can certainly try and figure it out. Definitely leave a comment below and I will do my best to make that video for you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.